What up, guys? I'm going to stick my Control Wizard build up for you all, but just before I begin, this Control Wizard, I was a Control Wizard for a long time. It was my main character, and then when Mod 14 came out, they changed it sort of, didn't they, to Master because people wanted great weapon fighters for DPS, and I point blank refuse to be Master of Flame. I mean, you freeze the floor and then set things on fire. It's just so it looks ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and the whole Master of Flame thing is just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. So this will be a Spellstorm build. Also worth noting, I did have all rank 14 gems, and when everything's rank 14, all the stats were smack on perfect. But since I changed to my DC, a few of them, I took some black eye, so they will be some rank 13s there now. So the stats aren't right. You know, when you're in combat, aren't right. But if you just imagine that everything's rank 14, it's absolutely smack on perfect as far as I'm concerned. So let's just dive into it. I'm just trying to get another video on the channel, you know. Right, well, let's do the same routine. I'm pretty sure that this is 99% right. If there may be a couple of things you can change, because like I say, I've not played it much, this mod. With my AC, have to do my AC up. So, headpiece, Mana Lord's Raid. I'm pretty sure that's right. You won't go wrong following this guide anyway, especially if you're a lower item level. If you're 12, 13, 14k, then this is definitely going to put you on the right path. Mana Lord hat, Hagged Rags. You get them from the hunts, don't you? Barovia. Jaw Gripper's gloves from killing the tyrant. Your primal weapons, obviously. I've not exalted them because I don't play my Control Wizard anymore. Now it's Master of Flame. You can just do one. Enduring boots, I like them a lot. Gives you another 3% damage when your stamina is full, which is pretty much a lot of the time. Company Raider cloak, and of course the intelligence belt. They're a straight given. Ring of the Grave Striker +4, nice. And that Ring of Offensive Action, power and recovery, and your daily powers, which you're going to be using your daily powers a lot. So that gives you another 3% damage for 5 seconds. That's really nice. Primal paints. And just crappy pants, because the stats are just better. You're getting power, recovery, armor pen. It's if you want to build up your item level, if you're all about item level, then put the primal pants on. It's up to you if your stats stacking or not. I don't see the point in it really. Artifacts, Sigil Devoted gets your daily back quicker. There's your action point game one. You can swap it out for the Thane Book of the Dead if you like, if you've already got that. There's not a big difference. It depends on your stats at the end. You've got to balance your stats in there. Don't test them on the dummies. As long as you're hitting your armor pen and stuff like that, you'll be right. So the controller, power crit, control resist. It's control resist is no-brainer there, is it? Lantern of Revelation. I mean, what's not to like? Crit, armor pen, combat advantage. Can't go wrong there. 10 slots. Brutals. Brutals all the way. You can put. I mean, I've seen people with black ice, but the way that this is built, it worked out with the brutals to get the stats right. With the companion as well, but I'll show you the companions after. Dread, obviously. Chilling Cloud for your artifact power. Storm Spell, of course, an action point game. You can spend fortunes, on those little blue boxes. I forget what they're called to get your action point gain up higher. Defense slots. I'm pretty sure we're Black Ice, aren't they? If I remember right, I've not played it for a long time. Just let me find the. Yeah, Black Ice in all your defense slots. Defense, deflection, lifesteal. Now my lifesteal's really low, so because it's a full DPS build, you're going to struggle on lifesteal, so you're going to need a good team. But if you're a high gear score, you know, 17, 18k, then you're going to have a good team around you anyway, and the paladin will keep you alive. So there shouldn't really be an issue there. Your powers, Conduit of Ice on tab, of course. Chilling Cloud, that'll be your main thing. Icy Terrain, Sudden Storm. There's your daily Ice Knife, but I don't really use Ice Knife all that much. It's single targets, you know, but you know that. Storm Spell and honestly, it's been months since I played Disintegrate. That's your murderous there, murderous. That's what you want. And your Chilling Presence, of course. Some people run that Arcane Presence and Chilling Presence. I don't think it's wrong, but I don't think it's right either. Oppressive Force, that's what you're spamming all the time, because it's AoE in it, so, you know, that's your daily there. Feet, same again, I'm not going to go through all these, because, you know, you've seen a million videos on it, so I'll just pause there. If you want to copy him, copy him. You won't go wrong. Boons, same again, I'm just going to, PvP, no chance. I'll just go through these, and you can have a look and copy them. It's full DPS. There's none of this. There's no cutting corners. It's just a straight DPS build. So, like I say, you're going to need a good healer around you to keep you alive, because control wizards, you know, we only come with robes, don't we? It's not easy to stay alive sometimes. Companions. Now, your main one, I've gone for the Paranoid Delusionist, because I wanted it since Mod 6. You know, when it very first came out on the Xbox, it was a special companion, and I always wanted one. I thought it looked so cool. I mean, look at it there. You know, it copies you. It's just so cool. So I went with that. Bondings, obviously. Now, on your companion, you're going to want Black Ice in your offense slots. That balances your stats, but they all have to be rank 14s. If you've only got 13s or lower, you're probably better going brutals. But because I've not looked into it, don't quote me on that. But if you've got all rank 14s, Black Ice in your companion is going to balance your stats brilliantly. And I don't know, I don't think it matters your bold or fierce, whatever you need to balance your stats. You're not going to know till you've hit the dummies. So go and hit the dummies and see what your stats are, then get accordingly. The plus, the plus 4s are pretty cheap these days, aren't they? Some of them. I don't think they're bold are. Two Fire Archons. Oh, your two Archons. That thing, the Enrys of Belial, 10% crit severity, very nice. And that, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that that's wrong. You want to swap that out for that bloody tree thing. I forget what it's called. Hang on, I'll tell you, because I've got one in the bank somewhere. I've just not bothered putting it on, because there, that Razorwood. Want to swap keep saying owner. Swap that out for that Razorwood. I can't actually tell you why, because like I said, I don't play my wizard anymore. But I know that that's pretty much the way to go. They're just a complete mess, because I took them all off and put them on my DC. But, you know, you're going to want your dominance and your masteries. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You know that. That aggression was there to balance my stats when I used my control wizard a lot. That aggression was what I needed. Artificial Persuasion, Protector's Camaraderie, Gladiator's Guile, Assassin's Covenant. That Wanderer's Fortune, you can change that. Unless you still need refinement. If you're still building up your character and you want refinement, that's a really good thing to have. That will help a lot. And a Quartermaster. Yeah, I always run one Quartermaster. I think this has got a Dragon Horde as well. Yeah, Dragon Horde, just to bump up the And then dorks in the rest, you know, make you run faster. You got to keep up with the pack these days, haven't you? People move that fast. If you're in a, you know, if you're in a good group. Feats, have I done them? Yeah, I've done them, haven't I? I've done the boons, companions, we've done the mounts. There's my base stats. You're going in intelligence and charisma there. You got to get that intelligence up as high as you can, because that's your bread and butter for DPS, isn't it? I could go. Shall I go this quick and show you what I mean about these abandons, because they are, because some of them are rank 13s aren't right anymore. But I don't play, and with UESs coming down in price in mod 15, you know, I'm not going to dial over. See, armor pen 93%. That's enough. I think you need like 85, don't you? Some people will say 100, but as you can see there, that 93 is fine. Crit chance 87. See, this is what I mean, because the black ice are, because I've got some 13s in, my crit chance is down. But if you imagine they're all 14s, that's 100%. A companion influence, that's quite a good little stat, I think. A lot of people disagree. That caps out at 1,500, so same with that. And I'm just going to bore you to death now, aren't I? So I think that's it. I just wanted to get another video up here for, you know, something for people to look at. I love that companion. I love that companion. Get that, how cool he is. That's what you want. So guys, yeah, I'm not gonna go on about it. I'm sorry if it's a mess. I intend to, if I get a few views, I'll change my internet and upgrade it. But until that point, I don't really see the point. It goes. I'm in somewhat serious. Any questions? Find me, hit me up, and all that nonsense. I'll answer any questions, but it's not my main character anymore. And with mod 15 coming, it's even more pushing towards Master of Flame, isn't it? And there's just no way. There's just no way on this planet I'm doing it. So the Control Wizard may very well just be a dead character, mod 15. But if you have got Control Wizard and you know you're building it up, you're not going to go wrong following this guide here. You won't go wrong. It'll put you definitely on the right path. So yeah guys, that's it. If anyone actually watches it, thanks very much. If I get a few more watches, I'll do another build. I'll certainly do build when mod 15 comes out. I'll try and get ahead of the pack and, you know, get a build out as early as possible, especially for the AC, but we'll see. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.